Open Heart, a poignant and gripping historical novel about the enduring power of love by Gregory D. Williams. Copyright 2020, Gregory Williams. Production copyright 2020, Gregory Williams. Voice actor, Derek Neumann. Produced by Raven Audiobooks. Producer, John Mahoney. Published by Grand Canyon Press, Tempe, Arizona. For Linda, the love in my life, my inspiration. The silence is broken. Into the nature, my soul sails out, carrying the song of life on his brow, to meet the flowers and birds. When my heart returns in the solitude, she is very sad, looking back on the dead passions lying on love's ruin. I am like a leaf, hanging over hope and despair, which trembles and joins the world's imagination and ghost. Yon Noguchi. Chapter 1. Help. August 1965, Huntington Beach, California. Years before Gene would hold a girl's heart in the palm of his hand, at a time when love was still a singular thing, he lay awake, unable to push thoughts of the accident from his mind. Eyes closed, he was picturing his father running full speed away from their station wagon. And then Gene heard a muffled cry. He whipped his head toward his older sister, curled up in the other bed. Amber light, slicing through a break in the motel room's curtains, cut across her back. "Suzanne?" he whispered. She didn't respond. Unlike him, she was finally asleep, her rhythmic breathing riding the distant breaking waves. She had been crying earlier tonight. Gene could tell by the sniffing and the way her shoulders shook after she turned away. Slipping from his bed, he tiptoed to the door separating their room from his parents' room and pressed his ear against the panel. His mother was crying. Not his father. Gene had never seen him cry. There was talking. He couldn't make it out. When he shifted to the other ear, his knee knocked against the door. He held his breath. Uh-oh. Footsteps. Gene jumped back into bed, pulled the covers up, and turned his head. The door creaked open. "Gene?" his father whispered. "Gene, you okay?" Gene played dead. But not really dead. He made sure his chest moved so his father knew he was okay. After the door clicked closed, he waited several minutes before he faced the brown stain on the popcorn ceiling. It looked like blood. He shut his eyes, then shut them a little tighter. Earlier, his father had said, "We're on vacation. Let's try to forget the whole thing." But Gene couldn't. Eyes closed or open, he couldn't stop reliving the day. It had begun that afternoon. Gene rested in the far back of his parents' Chevy 2 station wagon as the vehicle sped west across the Arizona desert toward the beaches of Southern California. The hum of tires on hot asphalt bled through the vehicle's frame, through the 4-inch foam bed he'd helped his father fit precisely to the space, and through the green corduroy bedspread which covered the foam. The vibration tickled his bones. Sometimes his bones ached at night. Growing pains, his mother once assured him. He hoped so. He wanted to be bigger. He wanted to be older than 11. Someday, he wanted to be just like his father. For now, he'd like to be as old as his 16-year-old sister, although today their mother said she was acting like a sulking child. Suzanne flopped into the car at sunrise. During the breakfast stop in Wickenburg, she said she wasn't hungry, and now, despite having the whole bench seat to herself, she leaned her head against the window behind their father and pouted. She was missing a party at Saguaro Lake later tonight. All her friends would be there, but Gene knew this was about a boy. He'd seen Suzanne making out with Rodney in the backyard by the orange trees. At night, Gene sometimes exited his second-floor bedroom window to the slanted roof below. There, if the conditions were just right, he could pull in the San Francisco Giants play-by-play on the Heathkit shortwave radio he and his
Sample complete. Ready to continue?